start recording. Hello! So, Microsoft will soon kill off Flash. This is interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna open up, this. Here we are. So it will soon kill off Flash. So it'll kill it off from Windows 10. So as you can see here, it used to be a component of Windows 10, but no longer. A pair of updates rolling out in June and July will get rid of Flash from Windows 10 for good. So yeah. And this is good for your security. So that's good, and there's no real reason to even have it. So another thing is the Peloton. A Peloton bug has it's actually kind of leaked personal info, private account data. I mean, so yes. So Peloton have quite a lot of security risks when it comes to their bikes. Even when their account was set to private, there was a flaw in the API for their company that allowed anybody on the internet to see the location of a Peloton's age, gender, weight, city, and other data, even if the account was set to private. So yes, so that's pretty bad, and they didn't even disclose it in the, they didn't do it in the 90-day disclosure window, which they should have done. Oh wait, yeah. Oh, so, it had fixed it, but it hadn't told it in the disclosure window, which is pretty bad, you know. So, a 12-year-old Dell vulnerability has been patched. Okay. So, the news there is basically a really old driver thing. Has been updated, and now the flaw has been fixed. So, yeah. And it affects hundreds of millions of computer devices, company devices, I mean. Which is cool. That it's getting fixed. So, Roku and, what are they called again? Roku and YouTube have been having some beef, obviously, as you might have been able to tell. They've not been exactly best friends. I believe they've been calling out Google for trying to, spy on some data and stuff, and everything's getting out of hand with that. Personally, I think YouTube is bad. They're the bad one in this situation. But hey. Okay, no. Why don't we go to Linux distro news? Why don't we? LBRY OS 6.0 beta has been released. As you might know, LBRY OS is a beautiful Linux distribution based on Ubuntu, as it says here. It's meant to look like the Mac OS. So yeah, and it has its own desktop environment called Pantheon, and it has some great features when it comes to that. So yeah, I really do like LBRY. I've tried it out before, and it includes Flatpak apps out of the box, as well as its entire Flatpak App Center ecosystem, and that's very cool. You know, Flatpak is a very cool platform. I really like that platform overall. So yeah, So if you already have one on the App Center, they encourage you to familiar yourself with writing a Flatpak manifest. Writing manifest files aren't hard, guys. Really, just if you develop for elementary OS, just write a simple manifest file, or if you develop for Linux. Because writing a few things in basically a file, just which gives you some information about an app, really isn't hard, you know. But hey, so this is very interesting. These new updates to elementary OS, it's very cool. So that's nice, you know. Sometimes the tech news is good, you know. But hey, so yeah, so we might have got to the end of the tech news. If you're watching the tech news, then it's safe to go now. But you should watch me on Odysee live. I'm sorry if this stream hasn't been the best. There's not been much tech news this week. But hey, you can catch me on Odysee. If you're using YouTube, but I'm going to cut this recording here. But you can, of course, watch me live on Odysee, which is very cool. So, yeah, and you can also check out my website. There's been a big website redesign, so I'll talk about that in the next segment.